All right. For all you people that are in food delivery, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Postmates, Caviar, Waiter, uh, all those cool delivery apps and DoorDash, this will help everybody. Um, Planning your own personal hotspot by strategy or experience. Okay, you have to decide if you want to do it by strategy or experience. Okay, now that means um, experience would be you've been sent to a particular restaurant repeatedly, and so you want to pick that because um, it seems to be where you get the most orders, and you like doing orders from there. The restaurant's fast, um, the food's the right price, the people tip good that order from there. Now, strategy would be purposely picking your hotspot. Now, first of all, hotspot is a location they'll tell you on these apps as a driver, a delivery driver. They'll say this is the hotspot. Like DoorDash uses a lot of Wendy's because that's one of their signature stores. They have contract with these people, so they really push, the Wendy's. They have several other restaurant chains they deal with too, but let's just use example as Wendy's. So here's the thing. They tell you, okay, go to the hotspot, or get close to the hotspot. Well, here's the problem. You don't know how many drivers are working that day, whether scheduled or on Dash Now or what. And of course, they're not going to tell you. And of course, they're not going to tell you how many drivers that they're going to use for that whole day. And of course, they're not going to tell you if the market's slow. In some areas like Biloxi, I don't know if they've got way too many drivers or the market's just not built up enough. But man, I'll be lucky to get about 3 deliveries in a 12-hour period. And I've gone up there and tried different locations as my own hotspot, and some have worked better than the original hotspot because the hotspot in Biloxi is the Wendy's. And if you go in Wendy's and ask them how often do they get a DoorDash order, they're going to laugh at you and go, we don't get any. So, why would I want to be parked there? Well, they claim the hotspot, and and it'll move sometimes through the evening. The hotspot is the last location where an order was placed. So it could be anything in that 1 mile radius. Okay. Now, first thing you want to do, go to the Play Store and download the food ordering app for the company you're working for. If you're working for DoorDash, and you've already got your DoorDash or app on, go ahead and download the food ordering app for DoorDash. And then you want to sign into it. I use a different email address. Now, on DoorDash, you can list as many addresses as you want. So all these jokers that give us the wrong addresses or claim they can't order when they're out of town, that's a lie. Because you can put as many addresses as you want and pick the address that you want to order from. Now, here's the way it's done at DoorDash. The customer can only order like within maybe a 5 mile radius of their actual delivery location. So the only stuff that's going to come up on the DoorDash app for ordering food is going to be stuff that's within a 5 mile radius. Okay, let's say it's 5 mile. I'm figuring that's what it is. I happen to know an employee of a restaurant that says, man, I love the food here, but I can't even order the food from here from the app at my house because it doesn't even come up. Okay, now that's where they're trying to get everybody to order local where you don't end up doing 15 and 20 mile runs. And they want to keep it tight so that you don't lose money delivering. So that's why it is designed that way, where when the customer clicks on the app and it's their delivery address, it's only going to show a certain amount of restaurants that are within that area. Okay, that's the trick. All right, so here's the next thing you want to do. if you want to deliver in a particular area, say you got a bad area on one side of town, like Pensacola, I don't like to deliver in West Side Pensacola at night. Biloxi, there's a real bad area at night that you really don't want to go into. And so, in order to avoid that, pick the optimum area that you like, or a very high dollar restaurant, and you can put in the address and zip code of that restaurant on the DoorDash app as your delivery point if you're ordering food. Really and truly, you can do this, and then you open the app up for that delivery address. Look for the first 10 on the list when you're scrolling down to order. Look for the first 10 restaurants or businesses that come up on that app. Don't pick anything particular, liquor, pizza, whatever. Just let it roll. And write those down, the first 10. Okay? Now, study the first 10 on that piece of paper. And those are going to be your hotspot locations. And pick the one you like the most and park there. Because the way DoorDash does it is when they pick the driver, they pick the driver closest to the restaurant for the order. So if somebody calls in an order to Marianelli's Pizza, and that's on your list of your favorite hotspot places, then whoever's closest to that restaurant gets the order. It also depends if you are a scheduled DoorDasher or you're a Dash Now. Scheduled DoorDashers take priority. DoorDashers with high ratings take priority. DoorDashers with the proper vehicle will take priority. If it's a large Walmart order or banquet order, those are given to people that have an SUV or a van to deliver in, because they have the room. But you want to be the closest one to that restaurant, okay? Because they're going to take you. Whether you're inside the restaurant drinking soda pop or you are the closest one to the door, they usually take the first one that's closest. No joke. You can be parked on the back side of the restaurant. You can park 3 spaces down. You can be parked right on the door. The one that's physically closest to the restaurant will get that order. Okay? Now, when you have that first 10, if you're not getting too much at one of the restaurants you've picked out of that 10 to park, go to a different one on your first 10 list. Okay? And float them around, and then you'll find out where you get the most orders. And days of the week make a difference too. Maybe Wednesdays is a day for Marianelli's Pizza, or Thursdays is the day for Caviar Dinner House. You have to kind of work it till you get it right. Because one, I'm not sitting with 10 other drivers at, let's say, Wendy's hotspot, because then they're just like going, okay, who's inches closer to this next order, and who has the best ratings, and who's actually scheduled and who's on to Dash Now, because Dash Now is throwaways. You're going to get all the throwaways of the scheduled drivers and anything else that they can't handle because they're on deliveries. So Dash Now is kind of by luck, but I've done very well on Dash Now. I work 3 different states, so I've experienced a lot. And I travel all over the states all year round. But that's how you want to do that. And keep that list with you for that city. If you work in another state, develop one for the next one. Like with DoorDash, you just put another address in there and click to that, and it'll bring up what you can order. You don't have to be in that place to look at the app. So you could flip them around and work on them at home. I can work on Biloxi, I can work on Pensacola, I can work on Clearwater, Florida, while I'm at home on the app. I don't have to be in that area to order. But I can look it up by entering the address. And I mean, you enter any address. Just enter the restaurant address, whatever. Any address of that typical place you want to be. Okay? And they will give you the first 10. It will give you a whole ton of stuff, but just take the first 10. Write those down, screenshot it, write it down, study it. That's where you want to park. Pick your favorite restaurant. That's where you want to park. And if that one doesn't work, then try a different one. And then there's also the trolling effect, which I'll do that in another vlog. But this will help you so much. You've got to create your own hotspot. Are you going to sit there with 6 or 10 other drivers? I did it in Mobile, Alabama. And I knew all of them. I could see them with their phones on and the little red line on the top. And I'm like, those are all DoorDash drivers. And we're all sitting here in the same parking lot. And the business was closed. That's how it clued me in. When the business was closed for the day, all these drivers were sitting in that parking lot. So it was kind of a dead giveaway. And then you watch how different drivers get pulled for orders. And that hurts. So you've got to be one or the other. You've got to plan your hotspot by experience or strategy. Me, I prefer strategy. Let's get down to it, the nitty-gritty. So that's what you want to work on, is those 10 restaurants. Yes, floating around can help. If you go to a different restaurant and you don't want to sit at the same one all the time. Now, if you can pick the right one, sit at that one every day that you work and it works good for you, keep it. But if it starts to get slow, you're not getting enough orders, go to the next one on your number 10 list. And just kind of float them around till you find what works for you. Because you will be surprised. Theory is an evolvement. So work it, work it, work it. Anyway, I hope that helped you so much. Fort Walton, Destin, Valparaiso, Niceville, Sandestin opens this week on the 30th. Scheduling will begin on the 30th. They're running a little late because they're doing computer work on the server to accommodate all those new cities opening and restaurant menus and everything else. So be ready, DoorDashers, and you have a really great day. I hope this helped you. If you're a brand new driver or considering to be a food delivery driver, and hi to Uber Eats people, Postmates people, Caviar, Grubhub, all those cool folks. Thanks for listening, and I hope this helped you so much. You have a great day. May the money tree crash your way. Throw me a thumbs up if you're digging this and it helped you so much. And please subscribe if you don't want to miss any more cool secrets and tricks and food delivery. And if you will click the arrow button below my vlog, you can get a $7.99 free on your DoorDash first order of food if you click that link below and sign up with that. And also this month DoorDash has a $9.99 Gold VIP Elite Pass Club where the customer can pay $9.99 for the month and get unlimited free deliveries for a minimum purchase. So check that out. That's really neat. And otherwise, if you're not a DoorDasher yet, just go below, click my link so you could get a cool bonus for signing up under me. And I hope you enjoy it. Cool side job, cool full-time job if you run it right. And if you're in the area where you've got bills to pay, money's hard to come by, or you need a new car or whatever, this is the thing to do. You work when you want. Nobody's going to go, hey, you clocked out early. You clock out when you want. And it's kind of neat. If you like entrepreneurship, where you kind of work for yourself, and have very few bosses, this is a cool job. But you got to work it right. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Love to you. And I'll see you again in my next vlog.